Hello, darlings. We are back again. This time we're doing our regular reading, and it appears to be from September 27th through October 3rd. We're almost out of this year. Almost. Wow. Okay, let's have a look. And one more, and then we'll get rolling. Alrighty. Okay. Two major arcanas to start with, so that's always a good sign, isn't it? All right, let's see what we got. Oh, crap. All right. All right. Forgot what I was doing here for a minute. All righty. Okay. A couple of things going on. I want you to know that right now there's major arcanas on top of us at this moment, and that's a positive thing. Major arcanas are the power cards, right? So they're like on us, they're crossing us, they're above us, they're below us, okay? But I want to say, it looks like there's been a lot of stuff that's been provoking us to a certain level of anger. And for some reason or another, at this time, in our spaces on this world, it seems to be that anger is the thing that's motivating us. Okay, so maybe we consider that as a positive, but this is my anger card, but it's being pushed to the rear, right? So let's keep our fingers crossed and in a prayerful position that we're bringing in some positive things that we can get behind and start sharing all around us, okay? I have one card here that's telling me we're finishing a cycle. This is the world card. It's called the universe on this particular deck. And it means a few things to me, one of which is that we're coming full circle on a concept that is uniform across the board. So it's not just people that are born and live in San Diego. No, this is a wider scope of things that we're all going to start being in touch with what it means to end that aspect and bring this aspect in. So this is a major arcana. It's very powerful. It's also a card that implies to me, pay attention to your dreams at this time. Okay? And these can be wake dreams and asleep dreams, right? But in this particular case, it looks like it's dreaming when you're asleep. So you're going to start getting insights, right? So maybe keep a little dream journal, keep a little piece of paper next to your bed. Honestly, if I have to get up and write something down, I'm too awake, right? But one thing that does work is if you have like a little recorder of some sort, it could be even on your phone, where it's like you just speak into it and make a few notes about what you were dreaming about. And then first thing when you get up in the morning, you take care of that. You write things down that fill in the blanks between what you dreamt about last night and what you're experiencing now, because it's going to unfold something about how you're going to do the next chapter of your life. This is the doer card. It's the magician card. So if you get an idea in your sleep, you're going to save it and implement it. And this is telling me that you'll have the tools that you need in order to do that. So don't throw these two cards away. These are two extremely important and powerful cards. Now, when you get the magician card, it is not about just dreaming things up. It is about implementing them. So that's your responsibility. If you get the idea, you're supposed to do something about it. Okay, good card. This card is telling me it's a card that this is all resting on. So this is a basis for it. It tells me it's going to be successful. So why would you not do it? Why would you throw it away? Why? This is a major arcana card, and it's a success card, right? This is a card that's above it. Okay, it's rooted in the idea of success, but this is kind of a card that implies you feel like you're not ready for it, or you don't have what it takes in order to be doing that, or I'm too young to do this. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the experience. I don't know what to do next. But this card is saying, trust it and start taking your baby steps. It's going to be a little bit scary, but there's going to be opportunities. So try them. Even if it feels like you didn't do such a good job, keep going. Don't give up yet, Because afterwards you're like, oh my God, I should have done this before. Okay, it's a baby Harry Potter card. And with baby Harry Potter, what I mean is that opportunities will present themselves for you to manifest, okay, as successes for. So in this particular case, it looks to me like there's a sequence in one of the movies where he needs information in order to achieve something. So he gets the cloak of invisibility that gets him into the area of the library that he needs to read a document in. That's what this is kind of telling me, that if you start with the intention of achieving that goal, then the tools show up, the opportunities show up, and what you need to bring into your realm for success shows up, right? This will be shortly, but you have to make the commitment of the Chariot card. Okay. All right. The next card tells me the appropriate people will show up that can be in this position to help you, right? So one person leads you to another person who leads you to a third person who leads you to the fourth person, yada, 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 right? So it's illumination through the contacts that you are making. Maybe illumination through context too, but know that the right people are going to show up at the right time. Somebody out there needs a new doggie, and it looks to me like there's a fluffy, chubby puppy that's waiting to be discovered. So if that's you, keep your eyes open. This could be an interesting week for animals showing up on your doorstep. But at the very least, know that you're being shown the way. I know this is a bridge, but it looks like a ladder to me. So a ladder presents itself for you to go up the steps in order to achieve the level that you're craving. So this is like being awoke, but you have to be taken to a higher level for you to know what to do with that, right? And there'll be kindred spirits that are up there saying, yeah, follow me, come with me, I know how to do this, let me introduce you to that person, okay? So you go from being this little baby that you're not quite sure what you're doing to following in the footsteps of somebody else who said, I'll help you with it, but then you're on your own, okay? This is a really good card for successes with the assistance of other people. Now, if you happen to follow that bridge that's there, that's San Francisco. So know that there might be a contact that you make from somebody either from San Francisco, or you need to go to San Francisco to find it there. Right. All right. This little card tells me that the proper authority is going to show up when the time is right. So when there's a need, the teacher shows up. This is what this looks like to me. Right. It's also the card of authority, so somebody is not just blowing hot air. We've been gaslit up the wazoo, and this is not that kind of person. This is somebody who's in authority and presents the truth, and you get to decide whether you accept it or not, okay? Good card for that. And it appears to me, though, it may be a friend that you make, a new friend that you make, that you can trust, and they'll do their homework and do their research, and so you know what to believe and what not to believe. This is a card that's a lot of fun. It's the Nine of Worlds, and it is the card that implies the most money one person can make alone. So if you continue on this pathway, it looks to me like you are richly rewarded as a result of it. It's not rewarded in terms of like I've got a big old company now, but this is about I'm in charge and I'm able to make money out of the money that I have, all right? So just know that it also is a card of real estate. And it looks like a piece of property. It looks like there may even be on one corner of the property a redwood or something that's got that kind of bark like a redwood. And then there's a little fence around the front. This one in particular is like a picket fence. So there might not be much improvement on this property, but it is, oh yeah, there it is. But it's contained. Right? So know that there's a piece of property that's beautifully marked off, and it may have like a tiny home on it or something. So keep your eyes open. If you're looking for real estate, this could be a lovely investment. And this is nice to me too, this little gray squirrel. This morning there was a little squirrel that was out front eating an apple that I left for it yesterday. And I always am encouraged by that, but it means be ready to act, okay? So it's not like just dragging your ass around and it's like, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's like, nope, hop on it when you can. We do have pumpkins around here, so this is going to be a good month for making money, right? Money, little bit by little bit by little bit, and the pile keeps getting bigger, all right? Five of Wands, this is a card, it's kind of oppression, but it's also like the card of the bully, somebody trying to tell you what to do, push you around, whatever. But it's in a position of hopes and fears, and that means you get to discern whether they're able to do these things or not. So if it's making you angry, pissing you off, buy yourself some time, set yourself aside. It's like, I'll get back to you on that. You don't owe anybody an answer immediately when you haven't had a chance to think about it. And that's what this card says. Don't let them bully you into it. You're still entitled to your freedom and your own thought patterns. So, okay, hopes and fears, which means it doesn't have to happen. You might just be afraid that's what's going to happen. And the Five of Cups is another card. This is a card of loss too, but it is about finding yourself as a result of it. So you may have had a relationship, one you thought was going somewhere that had legs, and you found that you had a lesson to learn, but it was a quick lesson, and now you're on to something else. Do not lament this loss. Accept it for what it is and take it as a learning process, because this is a blue rose, which means that you are unique. There's something special about you, and the situation that you were pulling yourself out of would have only deteriorated. Okay, so we don't need that for you because you are unique and special. So I want you to keep remembering this when you forget about it. There actually is a blue rose. You can actually find a rose bush that has blue roses on it. There's one called sterling silver. It's a very old rose, but it is one of the most fragrant. So when you get confused and you think you've lost your way, you have to remember this. I probably would even go buy a special rose bush that reminds me of this. There's another one too called stainless steel. So think about it, okay? You are unique. There's no sense in you putting up with something that hurts your heart or alters who you truly are, okay? This is you being and being honored as a result of it, okay? So we have some pretty interesting cards too. 4 major arcana cards. Well, I laid out 10 cards to begin with, and 4 of them are majors. Those are the power cards, and they're on you now. So if you have some good ideas, if you've been waking up with dreams on your mind, start to chronicle them, because you are in the Harry Potter chair right now, okay? You can do the impossible, and you have the magician card that's right there to back you up. If you feel you don't have the magic for it, somebody will show up that does, and they will help you with that, okay? And that's kind of who this is over here. And this is telling me there's success affiliated with that, okay? So what you take as fear might only be anger. So turn it out. And we want to do something to help relieve the fear that you're feeling. It's temporary. And know that this too shall pass. All right. Let's see. Have anything else I want to look at? Yeah. The bottom of the deck says, just be patient here. This is going to pass. But you are supposed to be reflective at this time. So think about what this is really meaning to you, okay? It's not to put baby in a corner, but this is about think about what's going on. Put it into perspective. You'll be given this time to think and to consider, okay? So just know that it's not a punishment, it's a gift. All righty, kiddos. That's all I have for us today. And I hope you have a very good week. Take good care of yourselves. 6 feet, wear your mask, and do whatever else you feel is necessary. Stay healthy for us because we love you. See you later. Bye.